Seriously though, why have we never had Bloodsport the video game? In typical About Education style, if we were doing this properly rather than sticking to the hard and fast rule of the order of the guide, then we would have looked at this game first before we did Mortal Kombat. Because in many ways, Pitfighter is the forerunner, the progenitor, if you will, of Mortal Kombat. It can be described as the first draft of that game, which was of course the first draft of the superior Mortal Kombat 2. Now there is of course no real connection between the two games. This one is from Atari and Combat was from Midway. But there's definitely a through line between these two games. We have the same taken from the video style graphics. We have the punching and the kicking, although this game is in an arena rather than the one-on-one fisticuffs of Mortal Kombat. You know, saying arena makes it sound so grand, but really it's not. It's just like a belt-scrolling beat-em-up, but contained to within, I don't know, like a screen and a half or so of scrolling. This is because the original arcade release of Pitfighter predates the industry-shifting release of Street Fighter 2. Whereas Combat is firmly in the aftermath. Pitfighter is looking to stuff like Double Dragon and Final Fight and that kind of beat 'em up, whereas Combat was fully intended to compete with Capcom's masterpiece. Now that was fine for the time when it came out in the arcade, but this lands on the Mega Drive in 1992, so it's a much different world. And that's essentially how Rich sums up his review for this one, describing it as okay, but to check out the newer beat 'em ups like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter 2, which is again spelt as one word. What the hell is all that about? We get 70% overall, which, to me, feels high. Rich enjoys how the game plays, saying it really is enjoyable to jump on player 2's throat as they like help us on the floor. Which is, you know, it's an opinion. And I think the fact that he says player 2 puts it in the multiplayer sphere rather than the single player game. I mean look, I'm doing okay here as Buzz, up against the Executioner. But you know, it's not exactly a top drawer experience. The characters all feel a bit flat and they're very stereotypical. Buzz is like the brawler style character, Tai is like a kickboxer based on what I can see from his trousers, and Kato feels in the ninja martial arts style character type. They're all a bit of a smudge, a bit of a blur. No one really stands out, especially when compared to Street Fighter, 2 words, and Mortal Kombat. Still, it's mindless fun despite not being anywhere near the best belt action game on the console. The question is, are we happy with 70%? I'm not so sure, so we're going to cut it some slack and call it a maybe. Amusingly thuggish is in the summary, which is about right, but I feel this is another one of those games that was well past its heyday, even when it was new.